I don't know why I do these videos, they seem to be very controversial and many of you get upset, yet I'm gonna do it. Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. We've done a few videos talking about luxury travel credit cards. We talked about the almighty Platinum. We talked about the Sapphire Reserve, the new Venture X. And last time we went all the way to the hotel credit cards. We compared the Hilton and the new Brilliant by Marriott, and that made me think, which is the best credit card? Before we start, I wanted to go back and tell you something. I was looking at the numbers. I went back and I was looking at some numbers I did and I showed you for the Platinum, and it looks like I did a big mistake in one of those videos. I showed 30% return on spend for the Platinum on the second and every year after. Let's just say that was very optimistic. So yeah. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump to this controversial presentation and come back to wrap it up. So the first credit card we're gonna look in today is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the American Express, Hilton Aspire, the Capital One Venture X, and the Amex Platinum. So yeah, let's start. The Sapphire Reserve has 60,000 points after spending 4,000 in 3 months. There's $300 travel credit a year, a $100 TSA pre-global entry. There's no memberships. The lounge access is priority pass, and that includes the restaurants, which is great. Multipliers 5x on flights through the Chase portal, 10x on hotels, car rentals, restaurants through the Chase portal, 3x on all restaurants, travel, 1x on everything else, and 50% boost on points through the Chase portal. Okay, so the return on spend is 23%. The Hilton Aspire, we just did it recently, 150,000 points after spending 4,000 in 3 months. We're looking at $250 airline credit for incidentals, $250 on resort credit, $100 property credit. This is for 2-night minimum and at expensive hotels like the Waldorf Astoria and Conrad. One anniversary night, and that's a weekend night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's no limit on the categories. The membership is Diamond status, which is the highest. Lounge access, priority pass select, up to 2 guests, no restaurants. Multipliers, incredible, 34x on Hilton, 7x on airlines. Rentals, 7x on US restaurants, and 1x on everything else. The return on spend is 29%. The Venture X, 75,000 points after spending 4,000 in 3 months, $100 TSA pre-global entry, $300 travel credit, 10k points, anniversary every year. The memberships, we're looking at the Hertz President's Circle. On the lounge access, we have unlimited visits on the Capital One lounges and priority pass. Multipliers, 10x on hotels, rentals through the portal, 5x on flights through the portal, 2x on everything else, 24% is the return on spend. And the Platinum, finally, 125,000 points after spending 6,000 in 6 months. On the credits, we're looking at $189 on Clear, $200 on hotels, $240 on digital entertainment, $300 on Equinox, $200 Uber, $200 on travel for incidentals, $100 TSA pre-global entry, $100 Saks Fifth, and $155 Walmart. The memberships, Marriott, Hilton Gold, Hertz Gold, National, Emerald, Avis Preferred. So basically, you're getting some kind of status in many things, including the rental companies. On the lounge access, we're looking at Centurion, Priority, Sky Clubs, and Airspace. 5x is the multipliers on travel and hotels through the Amex portal, and 1x on everything else. The return on spend is 47%. But as we know, what's important is not only what happens in the first year, but on the second and every year after. And here is going to be a little controversial. To do that, we're using our typical $12,000 budget, equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries, $3,000 each. And I know that's not the best way to do it because these are travel credit cards and some of them don't even offer these categories and they would be better in a trifecta. But we're trying to set the baseline here and understand what's going on. So keep that in mind. So we're looking at the Sapphire Reserve for the first year. It offers only 2% return on spend. 2. And that's with the boost of 1.5 cents per point through the Chase portal. The Hilton Aspire, we're looking at 8%. 8% is minimum here because the anniversary night, I put it only as $450. It could easily be more, but I want to be modest here because there's no limit in what we can get with the Hilton Aspire. So yes, okay, I'm gonna give $450 just to make sure it's decent and doable. The Capital One Venture X, 3%. 3. And this is a favorite of yours, and I know. Believe me, I know you're gonna do a thumbs down for this one, but it's only 3%. What can I do? The numbers speak for themselves. We're looking at the Platinum. The Platinum is actually only 9%. Only 9. It's 9%. It's 9%. I, in the past, showed you 30%, but it's really 9. Anyway, looking at them next to each other, we looked at for the first year, the best credit card is the Platinum. The second is the Hilton Aspire. The third is the Capital One Venture X. And the fourth is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. For the second and every year after, the first, mathematically at least, is the Platinum still. And the second is the Aspire. The third is the Venture X. And the fourth is the Sapphire Reserve. Why do I say mathematically? I'm saying mathematically because I'm gonna go back to a slide I showed you to that presentation when I show you that second and every year after would be 30%, and it's really not, it's 9. And I showed you there in that video that if I was applying only the multipliers and none of the credits, this credit card would be a 2% credit card. And I said to that video that you cannot separate the two. This is a credit card, and that's okay. And I still believe that that's okay. But look how many hoops, different hoops you need to jump to get these credits. We're looking anywhere from travel clearance like the Clear, or we're looking at hotel credits, we're looking at the digital entertainment, Equinox, Uber, travel, Saks Fifth, Walmart. So it's a little bit of everything. And you need to keep constantly, you have to be always aware of what you spend and what you don't. And you need to make sure that you're gonna get the value, you're gonna continue spending that money to continue getting the credits. And that's okay. Keep that in mind. That's okay. I am doing it. I haven't changed my mind. It's still a great credit card for me. But I can't help by comparing what you have to do to get all the credits in the Hilton Aspire. The Hilton Aspire, you can do one trip. One trip. You can potentially use all the airline credit for incidentals, $250. You can potentially use $250 resort credit. That's only one trip. Those two alone are $500, so immediately you paid off the annual fee and you're $100 ahead. And then we're looking at the anniversary night. So every time you do this after the first year, all you gotta do is travel once in a Hilton resort, and you're gonna get one night free, at least $450 in my opinion, $500 on the incidentals and the resort credit. So you're gonna get $950, $1,000, and so basically Hilton will pay you $500 to have this credit card. And that 1% on the Platinum will not cut it. Now, that being said, I know that many of you get a whole lot more than what I'm giving here because I'm giving the Platinum 1.5 for the points. And many of you get a whole lot more than that. I understand it, I respect it. But again, it's a potential, it's not a given. Whereas with the Hilton Aspire, everything is a given. It's a given you're gonna get those credits. It's a given you're gonna get your anniversary night, and it's a given you can use it for whatever the heck you want. So yeah, I honestly think that the Hilton Aspire is really the best travel credit card right now. Is that too controversial? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next one. Adios amigos. Ciao.